All right, let's set the stage. The GOP's out here painting immigrants as the big bad boogeyman, like they're the root of all evil. Crockett steps up to the mic and straight up calls an insanity. She's like, y'all are out here showing all this compassion for victims of crime, which, yeah, you should. But where's that same heart for the immigrants who are busting their tails to make this country great? I mean, come on, that's a mic drop moment right there. She's not just throwing shade, she's shining a spotlight on the hypocrisy.
I feel as if my colleagues from across the aisle have decided that they are going to make immigrants the boogeyman. It's insanity to me, but they also are showing compassion for victims, which they should, but they have no compassion for people that are contributing to making us great in this country. So, interestingly enough, I'm curious to know, Mr. Beer, if you know if immigrants contributed to these particular crimes. There was a mass shooting in Buffalo, New York that killed a number of African Americans as they were trying to shop for groceries. Was the defendant an immigrant in that case? Do you know?
No, he was a U.S.-born citizen.
Thank you so much. Charleston, South Carolina, there were black churchgoers trying to praise the Lord. They were killed. Was that an immigrant that perpetrated that or not?
No, that was a U.S.-born citizen.
Thank you so much. Now, coming home to Texas, there was an El Paso shooting. Do you know if that was an immigrant or not?
No, they were targeting immigrants in that case.
In fact, each of these cases, it was white supremacists. And so the last unanimous consent that I'd asked for is this article that states that white supremacists behind over 80% of extremism-related U.S. murders in 2022.
Nothing excites me more than the thought of President Trump initiating the largest deportation operation in American history. I'd like to remind the committee that the purpose of our immigration...
She doesn't stop there. She pulls out a bombshell article showing that over 80% of extremism-related murders in the U.S. in 2022 were tied to white supremacists. Let that sink in. While the GOP's out here fear-mongering about immigrants, Crockett's like, hold up. Let's talk about the actual danger staring us in the face. She's flipping their whole narrative upside down, showing that the real boogeyman isn't the immigrant working hard to build a life. It's the homegrown hate tearing communities apart. Now, the Republicans, like this guy Gil, come back swinging.
System is for the benefit of American citizens, not foreigners or anybody else. For the past 4 years, Democrats have facilitated the invasion of over 10 million illegal aliens into our country. Open borders grow the welfare state, they depress American wages, strain our education and healthcare system, price our working class out of owning a home, and flood our communities with violence and drugs. Mr. Beer, and as well as my colleagues on the other side of the aisle, you're intellectualizing about illegal alien crime notwithstanding. I'd like to remind you that the correct number of American citizens murdered or raped by illegal aliens is 0. Americans have learned firsthand that importing the third world will turn America into the third world. So in light of the chaos of the past 4 years, the question that has come up earlier is, why are our Democrat colleagues so determined to flood our country with millions of illegal aliens? And I'd like to suggest that perhaps it's because they benefit from it politically. Remember that every state is apportioned congressional seats based on population, not based on citizenship. Counting non-citizens in congressional apportionment has resulted in more seats for blue states and fewer congressional seats for red states. For instance, excluding non-citizens, California would have an estimated 3 fewer congressional seats. In Ohio, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia, traditionally red states, would each have an estimated 1 additional seat. Right now, in a political environment where Republicans have a 2-seat majority in the House of Representatives, the presence of millions of illegal aliens in America could quite literally change the balance of power in our country. But the problem doesn't stop at congressional apportionment. The ultimate goal of mass illegal immigration is mass amnesty and citizenship for illegal aliens, which of course means ultimately allowing them to vote. And that's not a conspiracy theory either. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer himself said it just 2 years ago, and I'm quoting him, "Our ultimate goal is to help the dreamers but get a path to citizenship for all 11 million, or however many undocumented there are here." That is their words, not mine. And it appears that for the past 4 years, providing a path to citizenship for illegal aliens is precisely what the Biden administration has been doing. This isn't a theoretical or a hypothetical problem. This is happening right now. The political party that has nothing to offer voters but inflation, censorship, and transgenderism is weaponizing mass illegal immigration to their own political benefit. And with that, I yield. Thank you.
Saying Democrats are pushing open borders and letting in millions of illegal immigrants to rig elections and tank the economy. They're throwing around big numbers, 10 million people, they claim, and saying it's all a plot to give blue states more congressional seats. Gil's even hyping up Trump's plan for the biggest deportation operation in history, like it's some kind of action movie. But Crockett's not falling for it. She's calling out their game. Stop scapegoating immigrants to dodge the real issues. She's saying, look, we've got bigger fish to fry, like stopping the kind of hate that's killing our people. 1.1.1. This is why Crockett's moment matters. She's not just defending immigrants. She's standing up for truth, fairness, and the folks who are out here contributing to America every single day. She's reminding us that we don't need to demonize people to fix our problems. It's about compassion, it's about facts, and it's about calling out the nonsense when you see it. The GOP wanted to make immigrants the villain, but Crockett turned the tables and made it clear. The real threat isn't coming from across the border, it's already here, and it's got nothing to do with immigration. So, what do y'all think? Did Crockett nail it? Or what? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's keep this convo going. If you're fired up about getting to the truth and cutting through the political noise, smash that like button and hit subscribe. We're breaking down the real stories that matter. And trust me, you don't want to miss the next one. Stay locked in, and I'll catch you in the next video.